Hello and happy Friday. Welcome to Fluke Fridays. This is episode 11, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the LinkIQ, the Ethernet tester from Fluke Networks, and it's new to the market in the last few months, and we're going to go through some of the readings on it, kind of show you what kind of readings you can expect to get from this, whether you're testing a cable or whether you're testing a switch. So let's jump into it and we'll talk about the tool itself. Okay, over here at the tool, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on and let it boot up. So once it boots up, this is the home screen. And as you can see, you've got home screen, the test results, we'll get to that in a second, tools and settings. If you want to see the settings, I'll kind of scroll through that real quick so you can see it. Different things you can turn on and off. And the units you can change if you are not a fan of metric, you can change to feet or vice versa, so on and so forth. Okay, this is a test limit. This is how fast you want to be able to test to. So I have it at 1,000 base T, but you could have it at another unit. Basically, the test will fail or pass based on the speed that you say it's going to, if the tester tests the cable and finds out that it can't handle that speed. Okay, let's go back to this. So, what do we get with this unit? This is what it looks like. You will get a cable and one of these terminating remote IDs. Depending on which kit you get one or multiple. You'll have to look at the item description to know how many you get. And then you get this little female turnaround port. Not really sure what the official name for this is called. So what we do is plug these in. If we're going to do a basic cable test, just to make sure the cable is good before we install it, we hit auto test. Very simple to do. And let's walk through this screen and talk about what you're getting. So you can see it did pass my test. I told it to do 100,000 base T, which is 1 gig, and you see that's the little arrow. If I chose another one, it would be one of these other slices of pie. It would have the longer arrow. Obviously, we went way beyond this cable because it's a good cable, but we'll show you some that do fail in a little bit. You can see the length of the cable right here. If you click pairs, you can see the length of each pair. If one of the pairs was shorter than the others and you had an open, you would see which one it was and where that open is. And here's our wire map, making sure 1 goes to 1, 2 to 2, so on and so forth. And we even test the shielding if it is shielded. Okay, so that's more of the continuity check and the speed check for the cable itself. Now, I do have some other results saved from other cables. This would be an example of an open wire on one of your pairs, and you can see pair number 4 has an open wire, and you can see it does not pass the speed check because of that open wire. It says the wire map failed. So we failed. You can see the length again. If we click the length, you can see different lengths for the pairs that are completed, and then for the pair that had the open, how it is shorter. Okay, so that's the open wire test. Here's a near-in crosstalk failure or next failure, and you can see this would be like if you don't have your if you have untwisted the pairs too long. You can see the speed test will fail even though the continuity is all good, the wire map is good, the pairs all show consistent lengths, so all of that is good, but yet the speed, this cable cannot handle the speed that we were asking it for, and that is because it the untwisted pairs, we untwisted them too far when we made this cable. Okay, again, these results, I don't know if there's an interest to you guys, leave them in the comments below and maybe I'll make another video that shows how you can get these off and make reports of them. But let's look at this real quick. Actually, let's look at a different one. This is just connecting to different switches through the jacks, and you can see here's a port number and the switch name, and this one is not a power over Ethernet switch, and we don't have a virtual network, so we don't see anything on that. But then if we go to one of these that has power over Ethernet, we can see a little bit more. We can see the port number right here next to the little port icon. You see under name, that's the switch name. Under VLAN or virtual network, it's the name of the network that you're on. And then down here, based on the advertisement or what the switch says that it can provide, this unit will actually put it under load and see if the power over Ethernet that the switch says it can provide is actually providing it at the end of that cable length. So we can see, we actually put it under load and put a load on the circuit, and we can see that this switch says that it can handle class 3 hardware, and we can see it passed because it actually delivered the power needed to run class 3 hardware. So these are kind of the various features and the things you can see with the LinkIQ. I hope this is beneficial and kind of walks you through the product a little bit. So I do want to share a little bit about what comes with the unit. You do get a case. I don't have that on screen right now, but I'll show you some of the other accessories that do come with it. You do get this little adapter that adapts from some of that industrial use, and this is only if you buy the IE versions do you get these industrial ports. Otherwise you're just going to get the RJ45 adapters. But you get the different ports that can adapt with this guy, and then you also will get a set of cables that have different port configurations. And here are the 4 different ones you're going to get. You're going to get an RJ45 female, you're going to get M12X, an M12D, and an M12D. So this will help you if you're in that industrial environment and you need to be able to test the Ethernet on the fly. Now where do we position this tool? Why did Fluke come out with this tool? We came out with a lower price point option. It's not a cable certifier, so it's not going to certify your cable. But for troubleshooting and for verifying that your cable can handle the speed that it's supposed to before you install it, it's going to do that. It's going to do your continuity check. It's going to be a great troubleshooter for you, whether you're a contractor and you have a couple of your certifiers out there, but you need more tools to be able to be more of your troubleshooting tools. LinkIQ is great for that. Or if you're a plant that we don't really need a certifier, but we do need something that can help us figure out where is a switch located and where do I need to run to fix the problem. That's where the LinkIQ really comes into play. I hope this video helps. If you like it, like below. If you have other questions about this or other tools, or you do want to see a video on how to do reports on this, leave that in the comments below and I'd be happy to make that video as well. Thanks and have a great weekend.